Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमतस्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमतस्य पद्म पादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोडकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरोन् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम 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 श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। सर्ववेदांत सिद्धांत गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविंदं परमानंदं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। जातिनीति कुलगोत्रधूरगम् नामरूपगुणदोषवर्जितं देशकालविषयादिवर्ति यत् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि यत्परं सकलवागगोचरं गोचरं विमलबोधचक्षुषः शुद्धचिद्घनमनादिवस्तु यत् ब्रह्म तत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि. The first two verses on meditation, considered as the most beautiful composition and good pointers for contemplation. Gurudev asked us all to memorize these verses very diligently, knowing its meaning. So the last quarter remaining the same. Brahma tattvam asi iti bhavaya. Atmani bhavaya. Remember with great love that you are Brahman in this way. And what is said in the verse number 255 is Sakalavak agocharam. Vag agocharam means vag, vachena or vacha agocharam. By vacha, by speech, it is not comprehensible. Vimala bodha chakshushaha gocharam. Chakshushaha gocharam. Vimala bodha chakshushaha. Available for a pure buddhi. So, pure buddhi means what here? Jnana prasadena vishuddha sattvaha taduttatam pashyade nishkalam dhyayamanaha. Jnana prasadena, by the grace of the knowledge, one opens up the third eye. So the two eyes can see only the world. The third eye alone can see that which is not available in the world. And that is why even, Arjuna was given the Jnana Chakshu. To look at the Lord, he needed the Jnana Chakshu, eye of wisdom. So here it is said, Vimala Bodha Chakshushaha Gocharam. So when we have any knowledge, that knowledge opens up another eye. EY, not I. So like a person who does not know music, when he or she learns music, such a person can start appreciating the music from that knowledge standpoint, which others who do not have cannot see it. Right? Similarly, if I am a botanist, then I have opened the eye of botany, where others cannot see what is the variety of this plant, what kind of fruit it will give, how will it behave, whether it needs this much water or not, all those things, and then the chemical details and other biological details of the plant, I come to know, I know it, let us say. Then I have opened that eyes. In me, that particular eye is opened. Eye means to see. In the same way, what kind of the eye should be opened to see Brahman? So here it says Vimala Bodha, pure knowledge, uncontaminated knowledge. Vimala Bodha Chakshushaha Gocharam. By the eye, an eye of that pure knowledge. What is pure knowledge? First qualification for a pure knowledge is that knowledge which does not have worldly object as the subject matter. Because worldly objects are impure, changing, subject to birth and death. So that cannot be Vimala Bodha. Vimala Bodha is about Vimala Atma. Pure eternal self. Knowledge about that eternal self alone is called Vimala Bodha. So that is why it is a Shutta Chit Ghanam. It is of the nature of pure Chit consciousness. It's a mass of pure consciousness. Anadi. It beginningless. Yat Vastu. That which is the thing. That Brahma Tat Tvam Isi Bhavaya. So in the seat of meditation, one opens the eye of knowledge while he closes the other two eyes. So it is said, the Bhagavan Shiva, he has third eye slightly open. Other two eyes also almost closed. What does it mean? I am in the world, I know, but I am not of the world. Meaning, I am not interested about what is going on in the world, but I am aware. Otherwise, you will be sleeping. I am aware what is going on, but I am not participating. So, half closed. If you go out and see our altar, also beautifully it is carved. If you go closer to the face of Bhagavan Shiva, you will see half closed. Meaning, I am aware, I am not sleeping. And this eye also not closed. It's half open. Meaning what? I am aware. Through the knowledge, I am aware, I am looking at the world. So this Atma Jnanam opens up a new eye. That's why it said, what is that said? Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Chala gaya. Not chala gaya. Shalakaya. Shalaka means a tip, I mean the tip of the, what do you call that? When you put the anjanam, what, kajal, you use a stick, right? I don't know what the name for the technical name. So, sticka. Sorry, kajal stick. So in the same way, what Guru does is, he opens the eye of knowledge, which is otherwise covered with the timira or cataract of ignorance. Ajnana timira andasya, the one who is blinded by the darkness or the cataract of ignorance, jnananjana, with that jnananjanam, kajal called jnananjanam. Anjanam is kajal. Jnananjana shalakaya, with that stick. Unchakshuhu unmilinam, yes, unmilitam, yasya. By whom this, yena actually, by whom this is opened up. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So the teacher slowly opens that eye, removing the cataract of ignorance. Then slowly one comes to see what otherwise cannot be seen with the regular eyes. So that is why Vimala Bodha Chakshushaha Gocharam. So there is Shuddha Nirvishaya Yachit Saeva Ganaha Murtihi Yasya. That was Chit Shuddha Chit Ganam. Yadva Shuddham Chatat Chit Ganam Nir Upahita Jnana Swarupam. Anadi Vastu Nityam Yadartha Yad Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavaya. So this is why in the seat of meditation, having thus the first step is what? Jati Niti Kula Gotra Duragam Aham. Aham what? I am? Jati Niti Kula Gotra Duraham Aham. I am beyond the family, the lineage, and the clan, all that. Kula Gotra. Then Aham Nama Rupa Guna Dosha Varjitam. I am not having the defect of name, form, qualities, etc. Then I am Desha Kala Vishayadi Varti. Ativarti, beyond Desha Kala Vishaya. Time, space, or space, time, whatever, and objects. Yat Brahma Aham. Iti Bhavayami. Bhavayami. There's a song also. Raghunatham. Instead of that, Bhavayami Satchidanandam. That we should sing. Vedanta will sing like that. Sagalava Gagocharam Vimala Bodha Chakshushaha Gocharam Atma Shutta Jitkanam Anadi Vastu Aham. The next step is, how do I see? If I have moved away from what is not me, that is why Vyatireka is done. What is that? Jati Niti Kula Gotra Na Deha Nama Rupa Dosha Gona Na Desha Kala Vishayam Na. That is called Vyatireka. Anvaya is what? Aham, Atma, or Brahma. Similarly, here it is all in the form of Anvaya only. What? Ram, that which is supreme. Sagalava agocharam yat. Vimalabodha chakshushaha gocharam yat. Shutta jina manadi vastu yat. Tadaham. So Anvaya here. Today morning and today in the other class, Dakshinamurti also, this question came, what is the difference between the Buddhist view of liberation and this Vedanta view of liberation? There also negation takes place. I'm not this, I'm Shuddham, Sarvam, Shanikam, Dukkam, Dukkam. This way, it's a negation takes place. In the absence of all that could be Baditam, all that can be falsified, but the means by which you falsify cannot be falsified. See, if I use a means to remove everything else, what about that? How do you remove that? By which you are removing everything, that should be finally removed, because that will, if you hold on to that, then you are still not liberated. And to remove that final part, that by which yena tyajasi tat tyaja, yena by which tvam sarvam tyajasi, sarvam tyajasi, what by which you remove everything, even that has to be removed. Uh, See, a pole vaulter, he takes the pole and runs, and then at some point of time, he puts the pole onto the ground and raises up his height. Hmm. And when he reaches there, the top, when he has to cross over the pole or the bar, so to say, the bar he has to cross means he has to leave the pole. Then only he can cross. No doubt the pole had helped him come up to that point. But if that pole is not given up, to give up that pole, you need to have faith in possibility of something beyond. If that is not there, if you don't have a faith in something which is there beyond this giving up the pole, that leap of faith is not there, then you, the bar, and the pole, everything will collapse onto the ground. Similarly, up to which point you have come of negating everything, negation is alone is done, Anvaya is not done. In Buddhism, ये नहीं ये नहीं ये नहीं ये नहीं, वो तो ठीक है, क्या है फिर? वो दो जो है उसका अस्तित्व, if about the existence of that which is going to be present positively beyond the negation of everything else, if you don't have belief in that, you will stay there only in that negated state. Kshanikam kshanikam dukkam dukkam shunnyam shunyam. Bas. So that's why first thing is yet param vagagocharam vimala bodhachakshusaha gocharam. It's not absence, it is presence. ये देख सकते हो, दृश्यते तु अग्रया बुद्ध्या, दृश्यते, very clearly Upanishad says, drishyate, even though by other means you cannot know, agrya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhihi drishyate. In the Upanishad it is said, how do we do the sadhana here? Atma va are drashtavyah shrotavyah mantavyah nididhyasitavyah. It is said tavya means, tavya pratyaya means to be done. What is the first one he says? Drashtavyah. Even before going to the Shravanam, Shrotavyah, before that what does he say? Drashtavyah. उसका अस्तित्व पहले उसमें श्रद्धा करो. Asti iti. Then only Shravanam will become helpful. If I don't believe what I am listening, what is the goal, if I don't think anything is there, Shravanam will not be complete because you are listening to something which you are not sure whether it's there at all or not. So, Drashtavya. So, first you have to see possibility of it. Then, Shrotavya, Mantavya, Nitithyasitavya. So, here, Gocharam. It is Agocharam. It is comprehensible, seeable by what? Vimala Bodha Chakshushaha Gocharam. What is to be seen? Shuddha Chitganam Anadi Vastu Yat. Yat Param. Brahma Tat Tvam Asi. Iti Bhavaya Atmani. Continuing here. Shadbirurmibir yogi yogi hrita.
Shadbirurmibir yogi yogi hrita.
Bhavitam na karanairvibhavitam.
Bhavitam na karanairvibhavitam.
Buddhya vedyamanavadya murtiyat.
Buddhya vedyamanavadya murtiyat.
Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani.
Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani.
Shadbirurmibira yogi yogi hrida. Bhavitam na karanairvibhavitam. Buddhya vedyamanavadyamastiyat. Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Two versions. In CCMT publication, as I read it here, Asti is written. Buddhi avedyam anavadyam asti. Yat. Here it is buddhi anavedyam, buddhi avedyam, anavadyam bhuti yat. Anavadya bhuti. You will see both of it. So, Shadbi urmi bihi, Shadmirurmi bihi, ayogi yogi hrite. The heart of a yogi who is meditating, yogi hrit bhavitam. Yogi hrit bhavitam. By the heart of a yogi, it is meditated upon. But at the same time, karanaihi vibhavitam. Karanaihi abhavitam, in other words. Cannot be known by the senses, as it is said earlier also. That cannot be known, karanaihi agocharam. So any meditation necessarily starts with withdrawal of even the attempt to see through the senses and the mind. Many people ask this question to me now, Swamiji, when I meditate, what should I see? What should happen? Somebody asked me when I was in East Coast, tell me what should happen. I said, what do you expect to happen? So I said, some light, some sound, some smell. Gurudev used to say, somebody asked him, went and asked him, Swamiji, when I sit in meditation, I could hear gling, gling, gling sound. Sometimes the smell of a jasmine, a soft breeze. Your wife is moving about. One boy, I like this one. One boy was one student from a teacher. He was learning how to meditate. So, but the Guru said meditation should be done exclusively because there may be some distraction. A lot of distraction will come. Even Vishwamitra, when he was sitting and meditating, Urvasi, Ramba, Menaka, and all these damsels from the heavens came, distracted him, and he got distracted. So you should not get distracted at all. Just stay where you are. Don't even open your eyes. Even those things come. All right. He sat down. And he was sitting there, and it's very deep into meditation. Slowly, because he was expecting some of these Ramba, Urvashi and all will come. Cling, 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 cling. Oh, see, they have started coming towards me. I'm not going to open my eyes. Then the sound was from remote, it came closer and closer and closer. And there was air, suddenly a gush of air. Oh, they are putting some perfume on my face to distract me. But the smell is so bad. What kind of a perfume they are using? I don't want to open my eyes. Then there was a kind of a wet thing on his face. So he said, they are trying to distract me by sprinkling water on my face. This is too much. And he opened the eyes. One buffalo was licking his face. He just got up and ran towards his Guru. Guru, what happened? Guru asked, what happened? I was sitting there and one buffalo came and he started to lick on my face. So Guru said, for Vishwamitra, Menaka, Urvasi are necessary. For you, one buffalo will do. There is no need for them to come all the way there. Local buffalo will be sufficient to distract you. So, don't expect any such things unnecessarily. Like very clearly said, karanaihi na vibhavitam. Karanaihi na vibhavitam. It is not available for comprehension by the senses. Hmm. So, yogi hrid bhavitam na karaner vibhavitam. That's what it should be understood. Hridi bhavitam. In his heart it is meditated upon. And what kind of a heart is that? Shadbihi urmibihi ayogi yogi hrid. Yoga also means attached, influenced, touched. Ayogi. His heart is untouched by what? Shadbihi urbibihi. The six kind of waves. Six kind of waves. Waves means intensive thoughts that happen in our mind. What are the six waves that are there? Shadbi. Kshut pipase. Hunger and thirst. Shoka mohau. Sorrow and delusion. Jara mrityu. Death and old age. Urmivat tarangavat upari upari sambhavanti iti ete shadbihi shad urmayah iti kalpyante tatyante. So, hunger, thirst, delusion, sorrow, old age, death, these things keep coming back again and again in our heart or in the mind, to that be clear. And they come to disturb him, anybody, but he the one who is unattached to these six kinds of waves. Meaning what? Shud pipasa belong to my physical body. Shoka moha belong to my mind. Jara mrityu belong to my intellect. The notion of death, notion of old age, the feeling of sorrow and delusion to the mind, and obviously hunger and thirst belong to body. So these things can disturb a person, but a yogi is one who has conquered all this. His heart, that's why I say, Shadbirurmi bihi ayogi yogi hrit bhavitam. By him is it possible to bhavitam, positively known, na karanair vibhavitam, not by any other senses. Therefore, it is buddhi avedyam. Buddhya avedyam. It is not by the gross intellect, you cannot know it. It is not an intellectual exercise at all. We cannot come to arrive at Atman with the boat of mere logic. Logic is necessary, no doubt. But logic without the faith in the scripture is dry and useless. With mere logic, you can never reach there. You can only, possibility of it can be known, but not prove it. You cannot prove it by logic. So, buddhi avedyam, buddhya avedyam. It is not possible to know it with merely an intellectual exercise. So, here it is said, yoga rahitam, ayogi means yoga rahitam sambandha shunyam kramena prana mana sharira ashritatva tesham. Prana, because Shuttvipasa belong to prana, then Shoka Moha belong to Sharira, Manaha, and Jara Mrityu belong to the Shariram. That is how he puts it, Ashritatvat. Yogi Hrit Bhavitam, Vishayebhyaha Niruddha Chittaha Yoginaha Tesham Hrida Manasa Bhavitam. Adarena Dhyatam. Na Karaner Vibhavitam, na Chakshusha Grihyatena Vivacha, etc. So, buddhi avedyam saukshmya agriyati agriyatva hina buddhya vetum ashakyam. So, the mind, when it is not made, the buddhi, when it is not made sharp, a sharp intellect, Gurudev always say, alert mind and sharp intellect is necessary. The sharpness of the intellect is by one-pointed attention. Uh, by gross intellect, you cannot never know that. So, therefore, it says anavadya bhuti, anavadya bhuti, meaning mahima, yasya, nirdosha aishwaryam, ityartha. So, if you take the interpretation of anavadya bhuti yat, bhuti means fame, glory. Anavadya bhuti means it is imperishable or uncriticizable, uncondemnable fame, greatness. If you say anavadyam asti, if you go by the CCMT thing, then it is unimpeachable. So impeachment is going on, right? So unimpeachable. It cannot put any kind of impurity, sin connected to that. Anavadyam asti yat brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. So this way, Brahma Tattvamasi, I am, you are that. In this way, bhavaya, meditate on. So the heart should be free of all these pangs, whether it is level of the mind or the body or the buddhi, and those things must be understood to be independent of, my heart is independent of this. In this way, one should understand and meditate on that which is beyond the mere intellectual exercise. In that way, one should meditate. All right. Continuing. Branti kalpita jagat kalashrayam
Bhranti kalpita jagat kalashrayam
swashrayam cha sadasat vilakshanam
Swashrayam cha sadasat vilakshanam
nishkalam nirupamanavadhiyat
Nishkalam nirupamanavadhiyat
Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani
Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani
Bhranti kalpitam jagat kalashrayam swashrayam cha sadasat vilakshanam nishkalam nirupamanavadhiyat Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. So here also again there is a patantara or difference in the reading. Nishkalam nirupamanam ruddhimat, that is said in the Bhashya. Here Nishkalam nirupamanavat hi yat. So this is said in CCMT. So Jagat is Bhranti Kalpitam. The world is born out of Bhranti. Bhranti means a delusion, misunderstanding, confusion, and more confusion takes place not only because of Bhranti but brandy also. If you take brandy, then also confusion will take place. Bhranti janita Bhranti. So brandy bred out of brandy, or brandy coming out of that. Brahm means to get confused. Brahm, Brahmanam, Bhranti. So Jagat Kala. Jagat Kala means a part. This world is nothing but one part. Jagat Rupa Kala Amshaha. Amshaha eva. Bhagavataha Amshaha eva Jagat. One part of his glory is this world. And Bhagavan also said, Ekam Shena Stito Jagat. This world is nothing but a small part of me expressing. Ekam Shena Stito Jagat. So that means Kala also means a Amsha. So Bhranti Kalpija Jagat Kala. So the one which we see as the world is nothing but a creation of delusion or confusion, which is only a part of the glory of the Lord, and He is the ashraya for that, adhishtan for that. He is the support of the world. See, interesting thing is, if you look at the universe, where is it sitting? suspended in the air. Think about it, you will never come to realize how important it is to accept that it is being sustained by some power. You know what they say, the blank or the emptiness that we see, let us say here is a planet Earth, and then there is a planet Mars, and then Jupiter, whatever, all these things are there. Sun is there, moon is there, and so many other stars are there. If you understand, right? Right. You do one thing, you take a very big blanket, dead black, and make a round opening in that, and then small opening, dot, and put it on a frame in a dark room, and when the behind you put light. What will you see? In a complete dark room with a black blanket, and you have put the holes, or the big holes, small, you will see a huge, beautiful one hole, bright light, then stars, planets. Now, if you understand this simple exercise, this light that is shining through the holes, etc., what is the power of the light behind? Right? It is the same light which is in the big hole and smaller stars, etc. It's all happening. But all of them are happening because of the black clothes. Black cloth is where this is happening. Black cloth is covering the light behind, except small portions which you have opened up. If you can understand this, what they say is, what you call it as the emptiness is nothing but black matter. The black matter, it is not emptiness, it is intense black matter. That's called Maya. Kali. Our elders have thought about it, and one physicist whom I met some years back, he told me about this. See, what you call it as the emptiness, or what you call it as the empty black space, is nothing but what you worship as Kali Maya. Why she is portrayed as black? Because she is the black matter. And the earth and other things are all suspended in that black matter. So something has to hold, no? Something. Jagato dharini Mata Durga. Jagato dharini ma. Udharini. She is holding it. Meaning black matter is holding everything in place.
We call it gravity.
Gravity. No, gravity is only in the earth. When you go outside no gravity. There outside certain limit, there is no gravity. So black matter it's a substance we cannot comprehend, but because of which alone all planets and others are in position. Mutual attraction is there, because mutually they are all positioning themselves. But then if all of them are happening without any error, without any mistake, think about it. One mistake of one planet is done. Everything will collapse. One planet decided to become rogue. Chalo, I am not going to follow anything you say. You cannot. Everything is held. Something is holding it. Anyway, so if you understand that way, this entire creation is sustained by the power of the Lord, Ekamshena Sthito Jagat. So that Ekamsha is Kala. And that Kala's Ashraya is Brahman. So therefore, Bhranti Kalpita Jagat Kala Ashrayam Adhishtanam. Tad Ashrayam Jagatrupa Kala Amshaha. Tad Ashrayam Adhishtanam. Sa Bhagavaha Kasmin Pradishtite iti Swe Mahimni. So if the Adhishtana is Brahman, What is the Adhisthana of Brahman? If Brahman is the support of the universe, what is his support? Uska support kya hai? Swa ashrayam. It supports itself. Otherwise, anavastha dosha will come. If you say Brahman is supporting the world, who is supporting Brahman? Brahman number 2. Okay, Brahman number 2 is supported by what? Brahman number 3. It will never end. Brahman X. So you have to finally say that alone its own ashraya, its own support. So ashrayam. And because of the very fact that it is its own ashrayam, therefore, yasya anadaram satyam iti artha. There is no other adhara for it itself. So ashraya, therefore anadaram. It does not have any other support. And what is its nature? Satyam. Satyam means trikale api abadidam. At the same time, sad asat vilakshanam. It is beyond what is seen and unseen. Here, sad asat should be understood as manifest and unmanifest, or known or unknown. What is sat? Pratyaksha, paroksha, panchabhuta vilakshanam. Pratyaksha means what can be seen. What can be seen among the 5 elements? Fire, water, earth. They are called pratyaksha bhuta. Perceivable nature of panchabhutas. What is apratyaksha or paroksha? It is air and space, because you can't see it. You know it, but you can't see it. So vayuhu tata akashaha parokshaha. Parokshaha, parokshau. Vayuhu akash, vayu akasha parokshau. And jala, prithvi, agni, they are all pratyaksha. Pratyaksha, paroksha, panchabhuta vilakshanam. Nishkalam means partless. Nirupamanam. There is no comparison for it. There is no way you can compare it with something else. So, asadrisham. Nat tatsamaha cha abhyadigascha drishyate. Nothing is comparable, much less, much definitely nothing beyond. And here it is said riddhimat. Riddhimat means most profound, most abundant. Riddhi means prosperity. Esha sarveshwaraha idhi shrutehe. Because it is the Ishvara of the whole universe. Then what kind of prosperity it doesn't have? But whereas here in Gurudev's commentary here, Nirupamanavadhi yati. Indeed it is Nirupamanam. Incomparable. He indeed yat Brahmatatvamasi bhavaya. That. So these are all beautiful pointers for meditation. When you sit for meditation, don't ask what does it think. Jati niti kula gotra durakam nama rupa guna dosha varjitam desha kala vishayadi vartiyat brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmane yat param sagala vaga gocharam bimala bodha chakshushaha Suttaganam ana Sutta Chitganam anadi vastu yat Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani Shadvirurmibira yogi hrit Bhavidam nakaraner vibhavidam buddhya vedyamanavadyamasti yat Tanma tattvamasi bhavayatmani Bhranti kalpita jagat kalashriyam Swashriyam sadasadat vilakshanam Nishkalam nirupamanavadyad Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. So when you understand the flow and the words, then you will have your mind available. That's why memorization is important in the sense you can also read, but after some time, if you are able to, without having any external support and able to bring those verses into the mind, is nothing like that. This mind will get engrossed into those, not only words and utterances, but the meaning of it becomes so connected, so available at all time to you, and you can meditate upon these things anytime you want. Because your mind, away from all the janjats of the world, is fully available to meditate on the highest reality. Continuing here, as janma vriddhi parinatyapekshaya apekshene janma vriddhi parinatyapakshaya
Janma vritti parinatya bhakshaya
vyadinashana vihinamavyayam
vyadinashana vihinam avyayam
vishvasrishtya vighata karanam
vishvasrishyava vighata karanam
brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani
brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani
janma vriddhi parinatyapakshaya vyadinashana vihinamavyayam vishvasrishtya vighata karanam brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. So here, whatever is connected to the body, janma, birth, vriddhi, growth, parinati means a change, transformation, apakshaya, decay, vyadi, disease, nasha, destruction, vihinam, devoid of, avyayam, unchanging. So, if you put it in the same order, janma vritti parinatya pakshaya vyadi nashana vihinam avyayam. So, the one which is devoid of the shadvikaraha. What are shadvikaraha? Asti, asti, jayate, vardate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. That which is born, grows, changes, decays, and dies. These all 6 various modifications are absent. And he has introduced vyadi, because the old age is obviously there is disease before the destruction. Then nashana vihinam, devoid of that which is avyayam. At the same time, it is Vishwasrishti Karanam. Vishwasrishti Karanam. Vishwasya Srishti Karanam. It is a cause of the creation. And Avakaranam. Ava means Palanam. Vishwasrishti Ava. Then Vighada Karanam. Vighada means Nasha. So Vishwasya Srishti Karanam. Vrishtasya avakaranam, svishtasya vigata karanam api tat brahma tvam asi iti bhavaya atmani. So here, interesting thing is, it is karanam for Vishwam. Because the student at this moment is not able to let go of the world, and he's still sitting in the world and asking questions, right? If he's already at the level of the guru, who doesn't see the world as real, the guru has to explain, the teacher has to explain to the student from the standpoint of where the student is, not where he is. See, that is why it is important that a teacher should be a Shrotriya. If he's only a Brahmashtaha, what happens is he is already there, and if you ask him, what are you asking? Stupid question. That is not there. अरे मैं देख रहा हूं ना, आप देखो. Do I नहीं? So then problem is that the student says, how do I'm seeing, and you're saying it is not there. So there are, why I'm saying this is, some philosophers in India also, who are very high, great, very lofty thinkers, highly sophisticated thinkers. They do not accept the parampara of gurus. Okay, they say there is no guru, there is no need for a guru. But I will tell you what you should do. Are you? Then? So there is no other guru. Just listen to me. Then what are you then? Anyway, and their standpoint is so high, not many people can actually comprehend it. What they are saying is correct, but they are talking from the Paramartha Drishti only. They don't come to the Vyavahara Bhumi. What happens is, not if you say 100 people are there, maybe one person who can probably understand from that standpoint. Maybe. So that is also rare. Like Gurudev, etc. Why he came to the level of the common man to explain? Because that is where most people are. You have to uplift them to the next level. From Vyavaharika, you have to go to Pradipasika and then to then go to Paramartha. When we are at the transactional level is what? World is true, I am true. Joys or sorrows are true and I am experiencing them. This is Vyavaharika level. I have a body which experiences heat and cold, joy, sorrow in the mind, success, failure in the intellect, and I have the samsara, dukkham, all that. All right. So that's where we are right now, most of. Then this teacher has to take him to the next level. What is that? ये आप देख रहे हो, ये जो विश्व है आप देख रहे हो, the world that you are seeing, experiencing, why do you think it is outside you? Tell me the reason. Tell me, prove me that it's outside you. When I'm touching, no, you are touching. It is not touching you. You are touching it, right? If you are coming in contact with that, therefore you are experiencing the world. Experience of the world takes place only when sparsha jatam eva jagat. Sparsha means in contact. Correct? If I contact the world is experienced by me. So, from the standpoint of the Pradibhasika Satta, what is Pradibhasikam? Perceptional. Perceptional world, meaning per your perception, so your experience. That is the standpoint. Not that there is a thing which you experience, because you are experiencing it is true. No. Because you are seeing it, you are experiencing it. है इसलिए मैं जानता हूं. नहीं, आप जानते हो इसलिए वो है. Perceptional reality, not objective, the object related reality. So you are perceiving, and when you stop perceiving in the dream or deep sleep, the very world which you called as real, it's not there. So who decides the reality of that world? You. So this is next level. From the Vyavahara state, a state where I consider world is real, I am part of it. You are real, world is part of you. Think, shift the idea. Samsara swapna tulyo hi ragadveshadi sankulah swakale satyavad bhati prabodhe sati asat bhavet. So, samsara, the world, swapnavat, like dream, bhati, shines, appears. Raga, dvesha, adi, filled with raga, dvesha, likes, dislike, etc. Swakale, when it is there, satyavad bhati, it is there, so real. Prabodhe sati, when you wake up, asat. If you don't know what is asat, you are called asad. In Tamil, asad means stupid. So, from Vyavaharika Satta, the teacher makes all the effort to move him to the next level. What is that? Pradibhasika Satta, perceptual reality. Once he has brought him to the perceptual reality, perception, therefore real. You are perceiving, therefore it's that's called drishtanashta swabhavatvat. Drishtanashta swabha means as even you are looking at it, it will disappear. Why? Because if you stop looking at it, it will not be there. When I go to the shop and I see the beautiful sari, the shoes, the beautiful, garment, then I come home. Myself looking at myself wearing that. Stop that. It will disappear. So long as you think it is there in your head. Moment you stop that, it will disappear. But we don't stop, that's a problem. Then immediately come to the computer and internet and see where is it. No? I'm not going to say that because then it will be an advertisement for that. So where it is cheap, in this website and that website. India में cheap है. So वहाँ खरीदेंगे. तो ऐसा होता है. So yeah, I get information from all quarters. So this way, perceptual reality. Then only he can take him to the next level. What is the next level? Paramarthika drishtya, hi nahi. Perceptual reality is also not there. Because you can prove that thought is false. Then thought itself is false. Why are you giving reality to that which is not true? So here, janma, vriddhi, parinama, etc. Apakshaya, vyati, nashana, all these vihinam, not there, avyayatvat. It's imperishable indeed. And even the so-called Vishwam you are seeing, if at all, that is also the reality which is causing this, on which it is superimposed. Actually, Vishwa Srishti Ava Vigata Karanam. This is from the standpoint of Vyavaharika Satta. Vyavahara Satyatvam. So that is why he said, slowly you move from transactional to perceptual, perceptual to absolute. We'll see more of it in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasyid Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.